player cards or something with it written? We're good. She's hitting me. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the game that will decide the fate of hockey for all time. Watching the boys line up to get recognized for the world to see their magnificence, all their splendor and glory, your Arvada hockey team. And with the completion of the national anthem, we will line up to start this championship game, facing off against Fraser again. As you can see, not heavy on bodies, but they are heavy on skill. Let's see how Arvada takes the test. Hiker to the right of Tyler. Puck drops. Arvada wins it back. No icing on that call. Fraser gets there first. Trying for the breakout. They move out of the zone. Coming up the boards with speed. Leaf chasing it behind the net. Trying to tie up the Fraser player. That's taken away by Cam. Moves it up the boards. Arvada putting on some good pressure, causing a giveaway. Opportunity there as a pass gets broken up. Ollie making the move to keep it in Arvada puck. We have a soft dump going deep, no icing. Fraser takes time to collect, but Arvada's there to pressure again. Errant pass, lands on Arthur's stick, still in the corner. That drifts out through the circles. Fraser picks it up, starts coming back. Takeaway in the center zone. Fraser regroups, tries to throw it back. Missed pass with pressure, and Winston decides to throw it deep. Icing is waved off. Fraser picks it up in the corner. Throws it around the boards to move out. That gets past Liam. Picked up by Fraser. Little bump there by Winston. Takes him off the puck. Logan has time to set up. Pass winds up on the stick of Fraser. That player is facing some pressure by two Arvada players. Liam picks it up. Takes a look. Throws it up. Tries to find Arthur. That stays in the zone. Logan. Oh, that's taken away by a Fraser player. They come back. Neil there. Ties up the player with a takeaway from Logan. Ronan picks it up at the red line. He comes in, crosses, takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. That lands in the corner. Miles, first one to pick it up, carries it up the boards, tries to put a shot off, blocked by a stick of Fraser. We have an opportunity, and blocked by the skates of Fraser off of Neil's stick. Ronan again, holds the blue line, keeps it there. Oh, they chip it over him. Good back check there by Arvada to keep that from becoming an opportunity for Fraser. Leaf has a good look for a pass. Moves it up to Tristan, who leaves it in the corner. Pressure from Arvada, keeps it in the corner. Tristan harassing the stick. Fraser carries it behind the net. Taking a look, they get it through Arvada, no touch, and we have our first icing of the game. So far, both teams looking a little touchy-feely, trying to figure each other out. Riker back out again on the right of Tyler. Cam to his left. Arvada wins the faceoff. Pass back to D to the point. That pass is missed. Goes out of the zone. Ollie regroups, dumps it in, gets it deep. Cam coming in with speed to meet it in the corner. Fraser tries to get it out, doesn't. Leaf throws it behind the net where Riker picks it up. He chips it off. Leaf still playing up there behind the net. Riker throws it to the hash marks. That's picked up by Fraser. Thrown down the ice for no icing call. Tyler's going to pick that up. Throws the pass straight over to Leaf. Leaf has to collect the puck. Pushes it back. He's pressured by two Fraser players. Ollie's there to help him out. Puck comes out, goes up to the point to Fraser. Fraser dumps it deep back to the corner. That goes behind the net. Ollie racing to pressure the skater. They make the pass. He picks up the puck. Long pass with a touch. Oh, but icing is called by the refs. Whether we saw the touch or not, the guy on the far end did not. So his arm goes up. That's an icing call. We'll get some fresh skates out there. We got Henry on D. Arthur taking the face off with his group. That goes straight on net. Easy save for Desi. He covers. Liam's on the near side D. Puck is dropped. Liam pushes it up. Oh, that turns into a shot from Fraser. Saved by Desi. Arvada throws it out. Moves it. Going up the center, up the slot. Puts a backhander. That barely misses the net. Logan picks it up again. Arthur carrying behind the net. Tries to go for the pass. Fraser brings it behind the net. Takes a look. Passes to the far side. Picked up with speed. Oh, tied up in the skates of Henry there. Henry controlling. Takes a look. Goes to chip it off the boards. Icing is waved off. Fraser has to regroup again. Arthur there to get pressure. Errant pass. Plenty of time for Winston to regroup. He takes a look. Moves it across. Almost intercepted, but not quite. Logan gets that to the corner. Miles rushing in with speed. He picks that up first. Moves it back to the point. Shot from Winston. Goes wide. Picks it back up. Carries it behind the net. Arvada taking some time to set things up today. Here's Sean, not happy with the speed. Wants to see a little faster movement. Oh, that was sneaking out to the side of the net. Miles almost picked it up. Ronan high in the slot. Gets blocked by a Fraser player. Picked back up by Tristan. Tristan moves to the front of the net. That's stopped by Fraser and moved out of the zone. Arvada regrouping. Ronan dumps it deep. Miles back pressuring the far corner. Oh, we have a whiff on the puck from Winston. Enough of a touch that they're going to wave off icing. Fraser goes for the change. Arvada has time to regroup. Setting up for a rush. Passes it up to the center. Miles loses it off the Fraser stick. Fraser picks it up. Tries to go around the far boards. They're stopped there by Winston. Fraser defense, keep it high in the zone, but Tristan's there to get a pass off to Neal. Oh, shot looked like it was going to the corner. Goalie made a save at that high part of his stick. Never sure if that's luck or skill. Either way, it doesn't go on the scoreboard. Seven minutes, 21 seconds left. Shot count's pretty low. Arvada with 2. Fraser with 1. We'll see if either team can set up more pressure. As Fraser wins it out of the zone, it goes to Arvada's side, but not quite into their defensive zone. That's held in by Cam. Puts it up. Oh, Tyler's shot high. Goes out of the zone. Leaf regroups. Makes the pass up. Steps back to get it dumped in by Ollie from the red line. No icing. Riker there pressuring. Moves it back to Henry. Ollie has to go deep to collect. Tyler there to cover him. Taken away by Fraser. Fraser's got numbers coming, but Tyler battles for it, keeps that from becoming momentum. Cam comes in. Ollie holds the zone. It's getting tied up on those far boards. Oh, Tyler goes for the shot, misses the net wide. Fraser picks it up. Carrying it out of the zone, past the center. One Fraser player, he lets off that hit from Leaf. Keeps the puck moving. Tyler again pushing it into the zone. Harassing the stick. Chases him around the back of the net. Now Fraser's coming with speed. They're going for the outlet pass. Oh, a shot off the inside of the post. Bounces to the near boards. Desi's got to hug his post for that one. Leaf gets it. Passes it up to the Fraser player standing by their line. Comes back into the Arvada zone with a touch. No icing. Liam picks it up. He takes a look. Sees that outlet past the boards to Logan. Logan has it. Battles a couple players, but retains the puck. Moves it up to... Pressure from Logan. Tyson goes ahead and lets Henry stop that. Oh, it lands on Logan's stick. Shot blocked again. Logan moves to the corner. Pass out front, goes off a skate. That gets stopped by Fraser. Picked up. Logan has it, goes for a shot. Blocked again by Fraser. Fraser goes for the clear. That'll go all the way. Arm is up. We'll have an icing. Looking reminiscent of some of the earlier games. Having a lot of time in their zone, not capitalizing on shots. Shot count is now 3 Arvada, 2 Fraser. So pretty even shot count compared to the time we spent in their zone. Let's see what we do here. Fraser goes to clear it again. Winston sets up a shot. That goes wide. Miles there to pick it up at the hash marks. Passes it back towards Ronan. That doesn't have enough juice to get there. Ronan stepping up into the scrum, trying to push it forward. Backed up by Tristan, who gets it deep. Oh, good hand there, Winston. Grabbing it on the ground, keeps it deep. Tristan there. Errant pass goes across to the far boards. Breakout pass gets dumped deep. Looks like all Fraser players are staying out there, trying to set something up on this. Miles steps back to give himself some breathing room. Ronan's going to be closest to it in the near corner. Tries to chip it through. Fraser gets it back. Fraser going to let a shot off. Oh, that goes wide of the net. Neal has to pick it up, moves it up to Miles. Off a stick of Fraser. It gets over to Tristan, not enough for him to collect it. Ronan looking up. That puck gets past him. Winston there to keep it out of the zone. Tristan picks it up. Goes for a shot on net. That's gloved by the Fraser goalie, and we'll get a face-off to his left. Cameron must not have liked that stick. He throws it on the ice, realizes it costs money, and picks it back up so his parents don't yell at him. And we will face off for another minute of hockey. Oh! Good set play. Tyler winning the face-off straight over to Riker. Riker puts the shot off. A little more juice. Might have found some air. Moves back the other way. Fraser gets it. They go for a cycle pass on the near side. Breakout pass. And Leaf gets in the way of that. That's collected by Ollie. Leaf's just bouncing off players today. Oh, there's Tyson again. And a hard dump winds up being an offsides, and we'll face off right outside the Arvada zone. Back on D, Leaf and Ollie up front. Tyler's taking the face off again with Riker and Cam. That goes back to the Fraser D and into the Arvada bench. We'll line up one more time. Maybe some of the players think there's glass there. Not quite sure, but we've been seeing that a lot this tournament. Puck drops. Fraser moves it towards Arvada. Arvada picks it up, and Leaf keeps it from coming into the slot. Tyler moving back around the net to create some room. He passes that over back to Leaf. Leaf looks for the stretch pass up to Riker. Riker on a breakaway chance. Shot wide. Missed. Good opportunity there by Arvada. Pressure continues. Shot from Tyler. Goes on net. Saved by the goalie. Fraser picks it up. Carries it around the net. Up the near side, takeaway by Cam. Cam and Riker come together. Cam gets the puck. Riker goes for another shot. Bounces up, hits the side of the cage. Puck is loose in the corner. Riker's there. And Fraser sneaks it out. Leaf makes a good stretch to keep that from becoming a 3-man rush. About certain that was an offside call, which is why we're setting up here. Still have 2 minutes, 43 seconds left. No goals on the scoreboard. Arthur lines up for the face-off. Wins that into the Fraser zone. Racing for it. Tyson wins that battle, controls the puck, moves it up, and we have our first goal. Excellent work. Tyson sets it up with a gritty play, moving it to the corner. Arthur picks it up, moves it to the front, and that was Logan, right? Where Logan is standing, ready to put it in. High glove side. Nice little tic-tac-toe. Good to get the first one on the board. 2 minutes, 33 seconds left in the first period. Arvada's got 7 shots to 3 for Fraser. Same group lining up. Again, Arthur wins it back into that same corner. Maybe we have a repeat play here. Leaf goes for a shot, loses a bit of juice, but forces Fraser to give that up with an errant pass. We have Liam keeping it deep. Just enough to center it for a pass for Arthur, but he can't connect. Fraser ties up a stick. Second player moves out. Tries to dance around Leaf. Oh, almost had an opportunity as 2 Arvada players collide together. Then Leaf picks it up. Just wants to get it back out of the zone. Throws it around the boards. Logan. That goes up towards the net. Fraser able to keep Arthur from capitalizing on that. Moves to the far corner. Fraser picks it up again. Arvada setting up to make some interceptions. And Fraser does get it at center ice. They go for another dump from the red line. Coming in on the far boards is Fraser. Pinning it down there with Ronan. Fraser gets it. Goes for a shot on net. That makes it all the way, but Desi's there to suck it up and takes it to the gut. I guess that's why we have a goalie. If the defense missed their part, someone's got to be there to make up for it. Thank you, Desi. It's 1-0 game, 1 minute, 26 seconds left. Fraser struggling to set something up. Arvada moves it up and around the boards. Fraser able to keep it in the zone, but Arvada pushes it out. Miles pressuring the Fraser player, forcing them back into their zone to regroup. Ronan picks it up, goes for the stretch pass all the way up to Miles. 1 minute left in this first period. Goes for a shot that goes behind the net. Chased down by Arthur. Fraser moving around the D. Ronan comes back in to clean that up. Pushes the player off, chips it up the boards. Not quite out. Shot off by Fraser. Goes on net. Desi makes the save. Back to the corner. Ronan there with 2 players. Pushes it out. That's picked up by Tristan. Tristan, not sure who he was looking for on that pass. Picked up by Miles. He carries it back behind the net. 30 seconds left in this period. Chips it off the board. Connects with Neil. Neil moves it up to Tristan. Tristan can't quite get the shot off. That comes out to Miles' stick. He puts a shot on net. 15 seconds left. Tristan goes for the centering pass. Fraser collecting, moving it out to center ice. Arvada going for one last opportunity with 3 seconds left. It won't happen. Fraser has it. They control it till the buzzer. One-third of our time complete. 13 minutes back up on the clock. Second period. Scoreboard says Arvada 1, Fraser 0. Shot count is Arvada 8. Shots on goal 5 for Fraser. Tyler lining up for that faceoff. Cam to his left. Behind them, Leaf and Ollie take a minute to catch up. Put a game plan together. And are set for hockey. Puck drops. Arvada wins that back. Ollie picks it up, chips it off the board and up. Fraser trying to control. They do move it out of the zone. Leaf pushes it back to the blue line. They do come in off sides. Desi comes out to stop the puck. Gets moved up by Leaf, who, does get it out of the zone. May have been offsides, no whistle, so we'll continue play. That is Cam dangling in, throws it on the ice, saved by the Fraser goalie. Another save by Fraser, and another goal. Scored by an aggressive move after the first save. Riker, with that desperate stick of his, dives for it, banks it off the goalie's pad and into the goal. With 10 shots, Arvada is now up 2-0 in this championship game, only 40 seconds into the second period. New skates on the ice. The first line that scored, we got Arthur, Logan, and Tyson again. Tyson moves it into their zone. Fraser, quick clear out. Cleaned up by Tyson. He moves it in on the Logan stick. Logan goes for a hard shot. High slap. Picks that stick side corner. Straight into the net. Yawning space there. Good shot, Logan. Scores now 3-0 Arvada. 12 minutes, 9 seconds left in the period. Plenty of breathing room. Another face-off. This time Fraser wins it. Defense takes time to regroup. Goes for the far pass. Misses the stick. That's picked up in the Arvada zone by Liam. It's kept in the zone by Fraser. They get it deep into the corner. Arvada coming in to set up for D. Fraser not there to set anything up, so Arvada gets full control of it. Arthur goes wide and then moves it to the front man. Almost gets an opportunity with speed from Logan. That's taken away by Fraser. Taken right back by Arvada as Tyson moves it up the boards. But that's taken away again by Fraser. So we got a lot of back and forth going on here. Desi makes the stick save, shoots up into the netting. Face off to his right. Today's game is brought to you by Alpine Skating Club. Visit alpinesc.org to learn more about their fantastic opportunities to join skating in your town. Puck drops. Fraser wins the face-off, shoots too high off that backhand. Arvada trying to move it back up, and Desi collects it, wanting a whistle, not happy with how that shift started. Let's reset and try this again. Good thing that backhand flopped off a bit, otherwise that was a yawning net. Fraser wins it back, goes for the shot, blocked by Arvada. Neal moves it up the boards to Miles. Miles coming in with speed, tries to make a move. Moves it back, and Tristan barely misses the connection, and then Miles misses his connection. Still some good opportunities. Good shot, Ed. That drifts. Still there. Arvada now keeping it on the doorstep. I don't know that any of those got through to the goalie, but he was having to move. Miles gets it back right at the faceoff dot. Pass over to Niles. Shot on goal. Neal chasing down his own rebound over to the hash marks. Moves it out. We got a whistle, slashing or interference call on Arvada on Tristan. As Tristan catches his breath, looks like red and black are going to have an opportunity to try to make some headroom here. Arvada, every one of them shining stars, no matter what line we put out there. We know they're effective, so let's see as Ollie, Leaf, and these forwards protect us on a power play. Penalty kill. Fraser moving it behind the net, takes a hit, but still controlling the puck, cycling it back through, goes for the pass out front, picked up by the high man. He's trying to turn for the shot, taken away by Tyler. Tyler has plenty of room, coming in for the, and a stick by Fraser keeps that from being a shot. They pick it up, they're coming back with numbers. Hard dump. That travels all the way to the far hash marks. There to pick it up is Arvada. Trying to chip it back. Fraser keeping it collected. Cam moving it behind the net. Goes for that around the boards. Stopped again by Fraser. We got a defense. Dangling it in. High slot. Puts the shot up. Saved by Desi. Puck is still loose. And the post tried to help, but couldn't. A bank off that far post. Finds the back of the net. There's now a 3-1 game. Fraser able to capitalize on a one-man advantage. Tristan will come out of the box. Fresh skates out there. They have a little bit of life in them. We'll see how the Arvada troop handles it. Face off. One with steam. Hard pass. Stopped by Leaf. Forces it back into the Fraser zone. Logan comes on with hard pressure. Soft stick. Goes for another shot. That goes wide. In front of the net. Logan again. Shot off the goalie's helmet. Goes wide. Fraser tries to clear it around the boards. Picked up the hash mark. Again. Shot by Logan. Putting on some pressure there. Not necessarily the best shot selection underneath those hash marks. But anything that makes a goalie make a save counts on the shot count. Face off. One by Fraser to the corner. Leaf is there. Controls it. Puts another shot across the front of the net to the far side. That's picked up by Logan. He passes it back to the point. Gets dumped deep behind the net. Tyson there. He's doing really well at going to where the puck is going. That gets taken away from him by Fraser. Fraser coming back with a little bit of speed. They got two. Arvada gets the back rush back. Keeps that going wide to the corner. Hit delivered by Leaf. Forces his own and the Fraser player down. Arthur using his feet to keep that from getting back in the zone. Forcing Fraser back. That's going to go the distance for icing. We're doing terrific. Face off in the offensive zone, 8 minutes, 36 seconds left. Miles trying to get in their first shot. That gets cleaned up, goes on net. Goalie makes the save. From out wide, Winston throws it in, picked up by Fraser. Ronan holds the zone, chips it off the glass, finds its way below the goal line. That's moved by Fraser up to the hash marks where it's collected by Miles. He takes his time doing a little dance, moves it around to see Neal coming to pick it up. Neal picks it up the corner. He takes a look. Carries it through onto Tristan's stick. Shot on net. Goalie makes the save. Miles picks it up in the circles. Throws it behind the net. Tristan tries to chip it out front. Fraser there to pick it up. Moving it out. Ronan there again, holding the blue line. Miles keeps it deep. Tristan there to pick it up. He battles for the puck. That moves out. Fraser tries to clear. Shot from the high slot. Not much juice on it. Gets stopped by Fraser. They pick it up. Carry it out of the zone. Go for the stretch pass. Taken away by Ronan. He tries to make a move on a Fraser player. That doesn't connect. Results in a breakaway opportunity by Fraser. He takes his time. Goes to the far side. Tucks it behind Desi. We're seeing some fresh legs on this Fraser crew. They got a light bench, but they're still skating hard. Game just got exciting, a 1-goal gap. 3-2 with 7 minutes, 25 seconds left. Second period. Face-off drops. Fraser wins it back. Gentle dump into the zone. Refs wave it off. Leaf is there, picks it up, makes the pass. That gets stopped, and Leaf picks it back up. Finally moves it out of the zone. Off of Cam's stick. Over to Tyler, who makes the shot. That turns into a save. Looks like someone shoved Cam down. I was looking at my card, so I missed the exciting part. I guess we'll have to slow-mo replay that over and over and over. Face off. Offensive zone. Leaf takes a look, yells something, comes right back to him. He throws it right back up the boards. Fraser pushes Cam off the puck. Fraser picks it up, goes for the centering pass. Gets a little touch. Fraser coming in with speed. Leafs there. His stick keeps that from being a shot. Up into the netting. Another face-off in our defensive zone. Arthur takes the face-off. That goes back to Fraser's point. They move it in deep behind the net. Leaf there fighting for the puck. Arthur battling at the red line. Fraser gets it. Dumps it into the zone. Arm up from the ref. Looks like we got a call on Arthur. Calling it boarding or roughing. Something that gives us 2 minutes on the clock. So we got a 2-minute penalty kill. 6 minutes, 22 seconds left in the second period. Still leading 3-2. Fraser wins it back to the D. Passes it back and forth. Arvada interrupts the pass. Logan comes out, collects it with his skate. Keeps it moving. Continues to control. Puts a backhander that goes behind the net. Fraser picks it up. Trying to generate something here. Pressure from... Oh, another shot goes wide. No icing called on that. Logan's there, forcing a bad pass. That goes off the glove of the Fraser goalie to the far side. Picked up by Fraser. They're looking to make some passing plays. Gaining some speed as they come into the zone. Big hit by Logan, taking the man off the puck. Collected by Fraser, goes across the front of the net. No one there to shoot it. Fraser again puts a shot on net from the near side. Battling for the puck. Henry is there. Liam forces a pass that's picked up by Tristan. Logan does not get sneak through that time, but gets picked up by Tristan. Passes it right back to him. That goes to the near side boards. Logan protects the puck, but moves it back to Tristan where it's taken away. For a combination play there from, is that Henry? Yeah. Henry with the good hit. Liam with the cleanup play. Fraser taking the last 30 seconds to think about what they're going to do here. Safe space for Arvada, but they stretch that pass. Come in. Soft dump by Arvada goes on net. Goalie chooses to play it. Behind the net, 10 seconds left on this penalty. Moves out, Winston picks it up. Carries it back off the boards up to Miles. Barely misses that pass. Coming out of the box is Arthur. Tries to interrupt the play. Ronan there to pick it up. Carries it behind the net. Takes a look. Finds Miles. Miles takes another look. Throws that up. We've got two coming. Neal gets around the player, loses the puck, picked up in the corner by Fraser, but being harassed by Arthur, tries to move to the front of the net. That goes to a Fraser player. Jesse let that play for icing. Refs didn't call it. So it's picked up by Winston, who casually skates it back, puts a shot off, and inches off from a great opportunity. Ronan taking a dive to move that in front of Arthur. No, not Arthur. Well, that goes to... Oh, Cam finding more steel. Banks up. Lands on the ice. Cam misses his hit. Fraser tries to go for the dump. Leaf picks it up. Another defender coming in. Passes it to Riker for a shot from the circles. That gets swallowed up by the Fraser goalie. Penalty is dead. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left in this second period. Score's gotten tighter, 3-2. Arvada leading the shot count with 18. Arthur for a face-off in his offensive zone. He wins it. Fights for it like a demon, where it is left for Logan. Arthur swinging like a lumberjack, gets it over there to Tyson, making a good shot. Goalie had a better glove, makes the save. Same group lining up. Leaf and Ollie in the back. Arthur wins the face-off, moves it to Leaf, dumps it to the corner. Tyler there to chase it around. Or Tyson. My apologies. Tyson picks it back up, goes for a shot. That goes wide. Logan using his body to protect the puck. Pass it up to Arthur. Arthur puts a shot into the belly of the goalie. Another whistle. Looks like everyone's confident out there, so they're staying out for one more round of this. Oh, slips off of Tyson's stick. Ollie there to collect, but does not. Puck goes past him. Leaf picks it up in the Arvada zone, chips it up off the boards. Tyson goes down, not able to stop that, but not too much of a threat, so Leaf moves it right back up to Logan. Logan gets it around their player to a Fraser player. Ollie carries that in. Oh, and Tristan loses that over to a Fraser player. Has to recollect back in the Arvada zone. Off of Logan's stick. That almost goes to two Fraser players. A 1-2 dump. Will it go the distance? It does not. Fraser moves it around the boards. Can't quite get it, so Liam collects it. He takes a look, passes to a Fraser player, who passes it back up to a Fraser player, almost goes in the zone. Neil's there. He makes that pass over to Tristan. Tristan pushes it into the zone, goes to collect it, but a Fraser player's there. Little dangle to get it to Miles. Miles using the body to protect it. Tristan going in, but decides to let Leaf handle it. That pass comes back up, forcing both forwards over to the side. Arvada press to the boards. Liam standing in the back to cover as it's tied up at the hash marks. Trying to dump. Fraser kicks it out, goes off a body, gets dumped from the red line to the Arvada side. Liam having trouble collecting a bouncing puck, chooses to throw it off the boards to get it out of the zone. Fraser looks like they're really playing the long passes to try and make some space. That icing gets waved off. Picked up again by Henry. Henry trying to lose his man behind the net, unable to do so. He throws that up to Miles. Miles pressuring the carrier. Forces a pass. That comes up to Neil. Neil moving it up to Cam. Cam tries to dump it to Miles' stick. Not quite. Goes to the front of the net. Fraser's there to pick it up. Coming back, looking for that long pass again. Cam's there to interrupt the pass. Fraser resets, looking for a long pass again. Instead goes for the dump and an icing call. Looked like Arvada was struggling with the stretch pass for a minute there. Then they put their eyes back on the players, spread out a bit, keeping from more of those odd man rushes from happening. Tyson at faceoff. Riker behind him. 7 seconds left in this period. Goes on net. Pushed away 4 seconds. Maybe there's a one-timer here, but it does not appear so. We end the second period same way we started. 3-2 on the scoreboard. So Arvada will walk into the third period with a 1-goal lead to hold on to. At the same time, Fraser, between the stretch passes and some other decisions, have been making some opportunities, so it's up to Arvada to retain this lead. I should rephrase that. It's up to Arvada and Desi, because, you know, Arvada players do so much, but without the iron wall standing behind us, we wouldn't make it this far. So thank you to our goalies, Desi and Evan. This intermission sponsor is Play It Again Sports, whether it be for golf, hockey, or a flat basketball that was used for 5 years by a 5-year-old to kick around in a dog poop ridden yard. You can find it at Play It Again Sports. Multiple locations across the Front Range. Just Google Play It Again Sports. Again, that's Play It Again Sports. And back to our game. Are you listening? Yay. Face off. Fraser wins it. Oh, shakes off a hit from Arvada and manages to get it into the Arvada zone. Riker moves it up to Cameron. A little pressure from behind forces an icing call. They'll have to regroup. Lining up again for a face-off. Tyler in the middle with Riker and picked up by no, not picked up by Cam. Fraser takes it back, takes a minute to look. Ronan pressures him, uses the hit to take him off the puck. Fraser keeping control of the puck, although they're taking a few hits to do it. They are staying in the Arvada zone. Finally moved out by number 11, who catches an errant puck, but there's a whistle. So we'll set up for a face-off. Players change on both sides except the goalies. 5 players, 2 goalies, a lot of stripes, and 60 minutes of hockey. This is Arvada. Ollie, off the boards to himself, goes for the hard dump. Settles below the goal line on the near boards. Going for the breakout. Fraser misses the pass. Arvada wins it over, and Fraser gets it back. Leaf going from a shot from out far. Almost comes back to Arthur. Fraser picks it up, moves it out of the zone. Oh, we have a pretty rough hit from Leaf. An arm goes up from the ref. Whether charging or roughing, I will say it was definitely a beautiful hit to watch. As long as everyone's okay, he can sit down for a few minutes. Everyone's going to regroup here. Arvada with 11 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. Now down a player for a second time. When Tristan was in the box, they scored that second goal on a breakaway. So now we will see if the Arvada penalty kill unit can withstand the pressure of waiting to see. I believe it's going to be a 2-minute power play. Huh? Yeah, 2-minute power play, 2 Leaf. Coach sends Liam out. Likes to have his strong man on the back end with fresh legs getting out there off the bench. Decides it's probably a good decision for the forwards too, so he switches them out too. Maybe that's also just a reason to let these guys catch some breath. We don't know. We're not coaches. Cameron, face off, juggles it back and forth. Fraser picks it up, throws it deep behind the net. Fraser picks it up, passes it up to the point, trying to move it around to make themselves some space. Arvada keeping their formation, keeping to the outside. Oh, and that stick from Cam almost moves it out of the zone. Liam cleans it up below the goal line before it gets too dangerous. Fraser tries to dump that back. Ollie moves it up the boards. Almost corrected by Cam and then moved out by a Fraser player. So they're forced to regroup and neutral ice. Passing it up to the point. Pass loses its destination. And Liam goes for the chip. Turns it to another icing call. Desi walking the line to catch his breath as he goes back to his net. 11 minutes, 11 seconds left. 1 minute, 17 seconds left on the power play. Lining up for a face-off in the Arvada zone. Fraser controlling it back to below the line. Sets up for a pass. Neal's there to pressure and take away. Gets pinned down on the boards. 2 black jerseys come. Mix in. Oh, Fraser holds the zone. Goes for a long shot. Oh, a good reactionary save there by Desi. Goes up to the front of the net. Neal takes it away. He comes with speed. Going for the short man opportunity. Isn't able to get the shot off. Is taken down, but stays on the puck long enough to keep it in the zone. Leaf moving it back around. 37 seconds. How'd Leaf get? Oh, that's Henry. Henry moving it around. 30 seconds left on this power play. Fraser moving it in deep. Desi keeps it behind the net. Miles turns. Arvada really taking some good looks here, but spending a lot of time doing so is leaving time for these Fraser players to step in on them, pressure them, and force them to make bad decisions. Not sure if that's a strategy working out well for Fraser or something Arvada needs to work on, but it'd be great to see those 1-2 passes taking away the time for these other teams to decide what they're going to do. Face-off goes back into the Fraser zone, who collect it. Standing at the top of the circles, Miles using his skate to control it back into the zone, ties up a stick, looking for support. Instead, he's got a second Fraser player there. 2 Fraser players on Miles, who's just keeping it tied up. He's got it pinned to the boards. People trying to move it out. And, oh, beautiful pass by Tyler. Doesn't quite connect. That goes up to the D, where Liam moves it back in behind the net. Miles gently keeping it in the corner, moves it out. There's no one there, so Fraser picks it up. Still in the Fraser zone. All the Arvada players are out. Miles, turn and shot. That hits the net. Goalie has to make an easy save. Fraser chipping it up off the boards. Gets past the defense and goes for a back pass, which is errant, so they're going to go back to their own zone. Arvada players pressuring again. That's good to see as Arthur's skates tie it up. Ronan keeps it in the zone. Logan controls it back to the point. That gets kicked out by Fraser. Liam, pass up to Ronan. Ronan, pass over to Tyson. Loses his skates, but stays in the play, forcing him to dump. Ollie's going to be there first. He's got to play up the boards. Does he make it? He does find that pass. Arvada coming in. Logan dancing around, goes for another shot. Goalie makes the save. Cleaned up by Tyson Milky. Tyson Milky, the garbage man, cleaning up the trash, putting Arvada back to breathing room with a 4-2 lead in this game. 8 minutes, 33 seconds left. 4 goals for Arvada, 2 for Fraser. Puck drops. Tyler throws it right back in. He's got blood on his teeth and is looking for more. Cannot collect the puck. Goes in front and beautiful pass from Cam. Looking at the little Tiger Riker up there. He was just a sniper and happened to see an open window. Toss that puck right in to land on the dining room table for the goalie to enjoy this evening. Arvada is now up 5-2 with 8 minutes, 22 seconds left in, isn't this the third? In what we know to be the third. Scoreboard says the second. Maybe we get bonus hockey, but based on the score here, not likely. Tyler lining up again. Wins it back to his D. Winston makes the play up to Tyler. Cam dancing through. He gets it behind, tries to move it to the front, hits the side of the cage. Tyler can't quite pick up a puck. That's chipped around him by the Fraser player. But they seem to be under so much pressure from these forwards that getting out of their zone without speed is difficult. Winston has to chase it behind his own net. That goes up the boards. Picked up by Fraser in the Arvada zone. They try and move it forward. Can't. That moves up to Riker. Fresh off a goal of his own. Tries to get another shot off. Can't, but does fast the stick so that Tristan can pick it up. He passes to someone who's not there, which was Neil. So he goes to make up for it and takes the puck back. Again, that offensive pressure from Arvada in our offensive zone is really making it hard for these Fraser guys to take a look and find passes. Good layering, good placement, guys. Go skate and do lots more hockey stuff. We love it. Neil for the face-off. Tristan to his right. Miles to his left. Wins it back to Ronan. Ronan high in the slot, carries it up the line, dumps it back behind the net. Neil there to pick it up. He's harassed by a Fraser player, gives it up to Miles. Miles controlling it, then decides to move it up the board to Henry. Up to Leaf. Leaf moves it right back to Miles. Goalie does not like that going in front of his net, so won't let it happen this time. Kicks out to the point. Ronan picks it up, throws a shot, lands in the gear of the goalie for another whistle. Soft shot from up by the boards above the circles. Again, doesn't matter where it comes from. They don't ask how, they ask how many. And Arvada has currently tallied 27 shots, 7 minutes left. Arvada wins the faceoff. That goes back to Ronan. He throws that in deep. Picked up, doesn't go deep. Picked up, oh, by Logan at the hash marks. Carries it up to the slot and lets a laser off. A little too centered, so hits the goalie in the gear. Not certain that would have been a save had he picked a different target. Kid's got a good shot. Face-off gets tied up. Still battling for it. Fraser moves it back till Arvada gets control. Ronan throws it up. Stopped at the hash marks. Again, Fraser trying to take it away, and this time we have Tyson that pressure, forcing him to slow down and give a soft dump to Desi. We're grateful for that, too. It's always good when our goalie has to move, keep him warmed up. You never know what's going to happen. Lining up. Arthur. Face off, won by Fraser. To the point. Shot gets off. Oh! Oh! Desi loses sight of the puck. Makes a save with his butt. An unintentional save with his skate. Holds on to his lead. Oh, that gets loose. He does not want any more of that. Kicks off the side of the cage, and he pounces on it. When you work hard, the hockey gods smile upon you. No one can deny Desi's been putting in his all this tournament. He can go ahead and thank whatever powers it be gave him that succession of 3 saves, only one of which was on purpose. Fraser wins it again. Not wanting it. Cam takes it away and goes for a rush. Oh. He's tied up. Kept battling for it. I don't know if there was a penalty there. Just looked like very aggressive play by both sides. Fell into the goalie. Looking like everyone's okay. Ref blew the whistle. Couple of hugs. Looks like the boys are exchanging phone numbers for a video game play date later. Now they're going to continue hating each other for 6 more minutes of hockey, at which point they become a bunch of teenagers who want to go hang out again. Reassessing the ice. Goalie looks like they're fine. Again, no penalties called. So we're just going to line up for a face-off right outside the Fraser zone. Everyone's excited about that. Fraser wins that back. Moves it back out of their zone. Over to a player who walks it up the line. Tied up by 2 Arvada players. Riker keeps it moving forward. Picked up by Tyler while the puck moves into Cameron, who was about 10 feet offsides. He still does his job and looks confused, like he has no idea why there was a whistle. Well done, Cam. Puck picked up by Fraser. Carries it through Leaf, but Cameron able to move it out of the zone. Looks like the puck came out of the zone. We heard a whistle. Did that go back in? Is that what happened? I think it bounced in for another offsides. New line out there. Tristan with some fire on his skates. Carries it up the boards. Connects with Miles. Just can't control it for the shot. Moves it back. He picks that up in front of the net. Banks off the goalie's stick and into his glove. Good little succession there. Looking out here at Tristan, Neil, and Miles. These three have been doing a good job of finding each other. Whether they see each other or not, there's still some good no-look passes going on, so good conditioning. Ronan has it up the point. Chips it to a Fraser player. That gets taken away by Neil. Neil looking out. Goes up to the point. Ronan keeps it in with a backhander to Miles. They move that out of the zone. Picking it up is Arvada, throwing it back into the Fraser zone. They look for a long pass. That doesn't touch anything, goes for icing. Again, that long pass from Fraser is starting to look dangerous for Arvada. We have more pressure. We have the shot count, 29-14. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game. Scores 5-2. Goes back to the Arvada D. Leaf tries to keep it in the zone. Fraser moves it out. Picked up by Ollie. Ollie pushes it up the boards. That goes into the zone, but is picked up by Fraser. We're having a lot of back and forth across the blue line until the ref finally has had enough and says one of those was offside. So let's do that again. Arthur for the face-off. And Tyson putting on the pressure, forcing another bad pass. That goes back behind the net. Arthur's there to pick up what's almost a loose puck, moves out. Tyson with a little chip to get it up in front of the net, almost picked up by Arthur. Arthur's stick protects it. He has enough control to keep it below the blue line. Or the goal line. Ollie picks it up, goes for a shot. Tip goes on net. Goalie makes the save. Fraser trying to move it up. Leaf there, keeping it deep. Is not Arthur. That Tyson picks it up. And throws it in front of the net. Little scrum. Goalie covers. Another whistle. Let's go. What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? I'm getting Tyler and Tyson mixed up with that 7 on their jerseys. At any rate, we got Tyler lining up for the face-off. Reichert was right. Tyler wins it back. Straight over to Henry. Henry trying to move around the forwards. It gets taken away. Liam, smart move to come pick up the trash. Keeps that from becoming an opportunity. Comes back to Tyler. Tyler tries to move it. A stick. Force it in. Oh, right back in front of Cam. He can't quite collect. Goes for the loose puck using his body. Riker skates, keeps it below the goal line. He pushes it right back over to Cam. Cam totally fine, eating up some time. Moves it right back to Riker, who puts it in! Riker, again, the sniper of the night, finds a hole near side, over the blocker, shoulder pad, and under the bar. We now have a 6-2 lead to Arvada, making a 4-goal gap. I've seen a lot of things happen, but I have yet to see 4 goals made up in 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Could still happen, so let's see where this takes us. A soft dump from Arvada puts it on net. Goalie covers. We'll have a face-off to the left of the Fraser goalie. This game's final 2.5 minutes is brought to you by Fit It 24/7 Plumbing. If you have any plumbing errors, just Google Fit It 24/7 for all your plumbing needs. Fraser still having trouble getting into the Arvada zone. Arvada making those long passes straight vertical north to south to keep it out. There it is again as Leaf moves it up the boards. Tyson there, picked up by our friend Liam. Tries to put a shot on that, goes wide. Tyler throws it into the front. Liam coming back. Oh, but Fraser gets there first. Leaf pressures him back. Resets. Trying to carry it up. That has not been successful for Fraser yet. And looks like Arvada's able to take it away again. Oh, gets a little scary there in front of the front. Leaf chooses to keep it instead of making the pass. Not sure that was the perfect idea, but it worked. Here we are in front of the net again on the Fraser side. They got 4 men back. Go for a chip pass. Miles skates, tie it up to keep it at the hash marks. Intercepts that pass, gets another shot off from Tyler. Uses his body to keep the Fraser player off. Tries to find Neal coming up the center, breaking up by Fraser. Again, trying that stick handling on Arvada. Too many men to beat with that. They take Miles off, but not until Neal picks it up. Neal goes for the pass to the front. They're getting hammered away at. Goalie having it laying down in his blue paint as both Neal and Tristan, like lumberjacks, are trying to get it in there. Goalie's pad stays flat. It kicks wide, and there's a whistle. 56 seconds left of this game. No stop clock due to the point spread. Looks like we're 50 seconds away from a big celebration for Arvada. Ronan picks it up. Backhands it to the corner. 40 seconds left. Still pinned down in the Fraser zone. Miles gets it high in the slot. Gently moves it forward up to Neal. Neal blocks it to keep it below the hash marks. Neal takes it. Goes for a gentle backhand. Oh, tried for the double, but a stick broke that up. Tristan out for blood. He wants to get his shot in. 20 seconds left. Buzzer may likely sound before this next face-off. If that's the case, these last 10 seconds are brought to you by Rock and Billy's Burgers over there on the boards, where you can get your best burger in Arvada. Just Google Rock and Billy's Burgers. Gloves go up, sticks go down. Arvada, after trying tribulations from this season, capitalizes on 5 consecutive wins. 5 consecutive wins to secure themselves their first tournament win. Bringing home a banner, great feeling here at their home, the Arvada Apex Center. Moms wearing gold to celebrate. Boys making sure they have a reason. We're all excited to have this one. Hope the coaches are too. Never really sure. They look like they're just giving up on the stress of the game. Sean having a laugh with his coach. Everyone lines up for the shake hands, and me and the crew here are going to sign off. Have a great day.